Good day, dear colleagues. Allow me to present you our work. Oral administration of transgenic human interferon-containing tomatoes alters the cytokine profile and ensures the survival of vesicular stomatitis virus-infected bulb C mice. We investigated the protective influence of orally administered human interferon from transgenic tomatoes on mice survival and cytokine profiles after infection with vesicular stomatitis virus. Males of 1 month old bulb C mice were inoculated intranasal and interperitoneally with 0.5 ml of viral dilution. Human interferon-containing tomatoes were added ad libitum to the experimental group of mice 3 hours prior to inoculation and given for 3 days after. Inoculated mice were examined twice daily and kept for 2 weeks before blood serum collecting. The cytokine profile and response of interferon production in vesicular stomatitis virus-infected and uninfected mice differed. Interferon activity in blood serum of uninfected intact mice was 0.25 international units per milliliter, while it was 5 international units per milliliter in the control group of animals treated with human interferon-containing tomatoes. Vesicular stomatitis virus infection progresses in the untreated group of the infected mice led to the death of 20% of animals. The survived animals demonstrated a 25-fold increase in total interferon activity in serum, 30 international units per milliliter, while interferon activity was a third lower, 22.5 international units per milliliter in serum of infected mice treated with human interferon-containing tomatoes. The same patterns were observed for pro-inflammatory chemokines. The levels of MSP3 and MIP1 increased statistically significantly and were 464 picogram per milliliter and 131 picogram per milliliter respectively in infected mice versus 370 picogram per milliliter and 180 picogram per milliliter in intact animals. In mice that consumed interferon-containing tomatoes, the amount of MSP3 and MIP1 lowered to the values similar to intact animals and were 280 picogram per milliliter and 170 picogram per milliliter respectively. The amount of MSP1 and RNGs in blood serum of intact mice was 107 picogram per milliliter and 303 picogram per milliliter, while it increased to 313 picogram per milliliter and 339 picogram per milliliter respectively in vesicular stomatitis virus-infected animals. The amount of MSP1 and RNGs rose to the group of mice treated with interferon-containing tomatoes and was 343 picogram per milliliter and 347 picogram per milliliter respectively. Thus, feeding bulb mice with human interferon-containing tomatoes reduces lethality. All the experimental animals survived. The protective effect of treatment with human interferon-containing tomatoes is associated with the increase of MSP1 and RNGs in mice blood serum and stabilization of MSP3, MIP1, and the total level of serum interferon of vesicular stomatitis virus-infected mice.